This is an introduction to the Extraordinary Re trading system. This is auction based, and I will show you a trader updating their orders for a specific auction based on the view that the price is moving for a particular instrument. This is using the graphical user interface. There is, of course, an equivalent fixed interface for electronic trading. During the demonstration, I will log onto the system. I will add a new sell order at a higher price, and I'll also amend one of the buy orders in the buy ladder to increase its price too, but reduce the amount I'll sell. Then we'll see the auction execute, and we'll look at the results of the auction at high level, and then we'll log off from the system. Let me start by logging onto the system. Okay, now we're looking at the front page. This allows you to do things like settle your buy orders to the default value based on your valuation of those instruments. Also do simple things like delete all your sell orders, but primarily it allows you to select an instrument either simply from a list or using more advanced search criteria. In this case we'll use a simple select from the list. It's high up on the list. It also allows you to look at the history of the auctions by clicking the previous auction by the panel at the bottom of the screen, although we'll look at that much later. So let's get on and select our instrument. So first of all, I bring down the drop-down list and I select the series which is for hurricane insurance in the US Texas for February 2017. And as we can see, once I select that, it brings up a screen which shows me a summary of the instrument details, that it's Hurricanes of Texas and that there's 2,000 shares in the series. It also shows me my valuation of $1.58, which was based on the previous auction, although I now think that's changed. It shows that I'm holding 100 shares out of the 2,000 at the moment, and that the last trade, i.e. the last trade of the last auction, was also at $1.58. I currently have one sell order in place at $1.65 for 10. The buy order ladder consists of 4 orders, starting at $1.50 for buying 20, going down to minus $25 to buy the remainder of the series. And this particular set screen here will always have as the final price that I offer, the lowest price, the remainder of the 2,000 that isn't already covered by other orders in my buy ladder. What we'll do now is we'll add a sell order in, and we'll start by putting a price on it of $1.70 and a volume of 20. And that then lights up the button on the right, the submit button. I place that, tick that, and now that order is into the system. I'm now going to amend the buy order ladder. The top order, the $1.50 for 20, I'm going to increase the price and decrease the volume. So first of all, I'm going to press the plus and move the price up a tick to $1.60, and then I'm going to click the minus and move it down to just 10. You'll also notice that the minus 25 price, the volume available there has increased to 1,750 to pick up the remainder that isn't now covered by the first order. With that done, we'll click the done button on that screen, and we go back to the select instrument general screen. What we'll see now is that the auction is about to execute. In fact, there it goes. And we can see that the auction is now complete, auction number 2 on May the 3rd, and that it executed at 12 o'clock UTC. We can from this screen go and look at my executions and also see more information on the auction itself, but for now I'm just going to click OK, which will take us back to the main screen, and you'll see that this has changed too. First of all, the current auction sign at the top of the screen now says auction number 3 for the 3rd of May. So the third auction is now up and running. and also see that the previous auction panel at the bottom of the screen now says May the 3rd 2016 number 2 completed at 12 UTC. This reflects the auction has completed, and if we tap that panel then we will see that we bring up the auction history screen, which shows all of the auctions going back at the moment to the 28th of April, but we can scroll that further, and if we select one of them, in this case I'll select the one that's just completed, we will see that it brings up an auction summary screen. This tells us the auction details, including the number of executions and the number of shares traded. At a high level, it also shows me my executions, and in this case I got just one execution, which was the lower price sell order executed, and so I've sold 10 shares at $1.65, which I'm very happy about. I could also go in and select an instrument, as we did on the order screen at the beginning of it, and see the results for a particular instrument. I'm not going to do that now though. I'm just going to click done, and that's going to take us back to the main screen, and I'm going to complete now by logging out, and it takes us back to the login screen. So that's a quick example of how to use the trading service.